ain't tryna wait. I can't be fucked with, no. Ho, you can't touch this, ayy. Bitch, I do rich shit, My money thick, ayy. Walk with a limp, I'm on some pimp shit, ayy. He say you all about money, yeah. I'm on that cash shit, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm on your ass, bitch, I'm in that new shit. You on that last year, Bitch, I do pimp shit, Ho, you on simp shit, ayy. He say you all about money, yeah. I'm on that cash.
What's up, YouTube? Your fave couple, MJ the GOAT, coming on Butte J's channel, you feel me?
On the beat.
On the beat.
Holla at me, like.
Yes, we're here today to introduce a new series that we together have come up with. It's called Netflix and Build.
Netflix and Build.
So our idea behind Netflix and Build is just that you all know about this Netflix and chill thing that they got out there. Put on Netflix. Y'all don't even be watching Netflix because y'all know what y'all be doing.
Right.
But we try to take that to the next step because it don't always just gotta be Netflix
and chill.
But you can Netflix
and build.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what this is going to be is just going to be us, reviewing like some of the shows and TV things that we have watched throughout our time together. And, maybe stick around, you might just get some hints and tips to help you build on your own.
So basically we have a bunch of lists of TV shows and movies. Kind of wanted to focus on TV shows first because, with your partner, you guys watch TV shows together and you guys stay on track together, right, as you should in a relationship.
Dropping them gems.
But we're going to do movies as well because we like movies. Like, we just like to watch Netflix.
We do.
And we're always talking about, like, how we felt about it, what could have been done better, and who we think would like it and stuff like that. Right. So why not share it with y'all?
Exactly.
Hopefully we get a sponsor.
Netflix.
Pay my loans. But but yeah, so the first show that we will be talking about on this awesome brand new series is this new show on Netflix called Lightining. He actually put me on because, I don't know if Netflix is sexist or not, but I feel like they show him more superhero stuff and, just boy shows, like thrillers. And they all show me, girly stuff.
All she wants to watch
and kid
is
shows
the girly
and, rom-coms.
Because that's all she be ever wanting to pick.
No, that's not true.
Netflix...
That is not true.
Just knows that that's what she likes.
I like a bunch of different things. But every single time on my profile, they show me all the little girly things and rom-coms. And, I watch them because I like him.
A lot.
But on his, they show him a bunch of, cool, interesting shows. So he put me on to the show, and it's a black cast that, the main characters, which, I love.
Right.
It's actually really interesting. It's a superhero show, so I know there are not a lot of people out there who like superhero shows or movies, but because they're black, if you're black, give it a chance.
Just give it a chance. It's not going to hurt you.
It's not going to hurt you, and it's actually worth it. Really worth it.
Pretty interesting.
Netflix be slacking sometimes. They used to slack with these shows, but they've gotten, a lot better.
I'm about to say, these Netflix originals, they're kicking up on us.
They really are.
Yeah.
So we're just here to watch it and bring it to y'all if y'all are down for it,
So basically, you got this guy who, I don't even know how he got the powers.
Yeah.
I think he was born with them.
No, he got into a fight. Oh, you remember the police had stopped him. The police had stopped him, and then they're about to shoot him or something. But then it was raining and storming that night. Mm-hmm. I think that day he got his powers because he wasn't born with it. I think he got electrocuted.
Yeah. Maybe. Either way, this man got electricity powers. This man, Black Lightning. I like the main character just because, he's this tall, dark guy. The way he carries himself as a black man is just that's how I feel like, all black men should carry him. Like, if you
Yes.
see him, like, he's always got the nice suits, the ties, the way he talks is just, like, mad proper. He's the principal at a school, like, where he's helping to mentor kids from where he grew up. So he's just, like, a good role model, I feel like, for just black people in general, if not just black young men. So that's why I like him. And plus, he's, like, a pretty dope superhero.
He is.
His name is Mr. Pierce. And, yeah, he was,
He's just very inspirational.
very, very inspirational.
Like,
favorite thing is just, like, what is that thing they always say?
so he teaches the kids like this chant that gets all of them inspired and remembering who they are. And instead of yelling at them and demeaning them and just telling them that they're not going to be anything in life, which principals and teachers do nowadays in black or minority school systems, like, he uplifts them and he actually inspires them to be better, which I love. Like, we
It's
need
really
more
dope.
of that black positivity.
Like, he needs to be a real person somewhere.
Throughout the show, you just see and learn how many risks he takes
Right.
of being Black Lightning. And I think it's funny because it's like, I don't know, I wouldn't say like a social construct, or like, he takes a risk being Black Lightning, but it's funny because he's also taking the risk just being a black man as well.
Like, society, yeah, I guess what you mean. Like, society and just the way it looks nowadays, like, as black men, we're taking a risk basically every day, just living our lives, all these shootings and things that are happening, police brutalities, and just like this whole Black Lives Matter movement. And so just the fact that, superheroes are constantly putting themselves out there. And so to identify, like, our black superhero with, just being this, like, amazing black man also is just, like, definitely pretty
Yeah. I just think it's funny because, like, even though he's a vigilante in the show, so that means that basically he doesn't work with the cops. Like, he saves his own people and does his own thing on his own without anyone asking him. And even as a vigilante, he doesn't go out of his way to prove that he's stronger than white people or to steal money from the bank or something like that. Like, he does it out of the kindness of his heart, which shows, like, even though people are still against him, he's still doing what's right in his eyes, which is amazing.
It's also just, like, amazing, like, how, like, the directors and stuff do, like, because even though, like, you see, like, what he does as a superhero and all this stuff, you also still see the challenges that he faces as a black man every day, challenges that he faces in his communities and stuff like that. I feel like that's something that people could really identify with. The villain is also pretty interesting.
Yes.
His name is Tobias Whale, and he's interesting because he's also black.
Yeah, he's an albino.
He's albino.
And it's funny that they chose that character because even though he's black and albino, like, he's, like, really different. He has a super deep voice and he doesn't, like, look approachable.
Right.
So it's just funny that they chose him to be a specific character because he despises black people.
And that's so interesting.
It is. Like, I don't know how to be offended, but it was just like a good twist.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure if it was a white villain, it would just be like, all right, this is typical. We all hate him.
Right.
But because he's black.
But still has that appearance of a white man. It's just like she said, like, it's just very interesting to see that, like, play into everything. Because I feel like the whole time we were just like, wait, but ain't you black too?
Right.
You see her talk about Negro this, Negro that, like, all this different stuff.
I can't stand Negroes.
Keep it PG.
Yeah.
Because he didn't say Negroes, if I'm being 100% honest. That's it.
Did he? But anyway, I just think it's funny that they chose him to be that type of character because, especially now in society, there are a lot of black people who don't like other black people, and they look down on them because either they're higher up than where they see these people are, and they automatically think what they think about them. Like, you are where you are because you're lazy, or you are where you are because your mama was a drug addict, or something like that. I think it was just shedding light on, like, colorism and just hate within our own community because it's real.
It is.
It really is real, and we have to do better.
It starts with us black people.
Yes, it does.
For all you guys that have yet to see Black Lightning, you might just want to stop here.
Yeah.
And revisit after you watched the series. It's at 2 seasons now. Because at this point, there's going to be some spoilers. And if you don't want them spoilers, get out of here.
Get up out of here.
You feel So for all my people who did see it, how y'all liked it?
Honestly, I thought it was going to be a little corny because, you know, I'm not used to seeing black superheroes. And, you know, like, acting-wise, you know, I just wasn't really sure what to expect from it. He has 2 daughters, which I also love because girl power. The mom she's a doctor or scientist or something like that. So it's just black girl magic, basically. They're very, like, pretty much well off. And the girls, they're not the typical, like, I'm better than you, my daddy and my mommy have money or something like that. Even though they're well off, like, they're their own people. Especially the oldest daughter. Anissa is, like, super, I don't even know, defiant. I don't even know how to describe her. Like, she's just
independent.
She's just a badass. And I love it. I really love it. She just believes in what she believes in. She doesn't care about what anyone else thinks. She doesn't care about the risk or anything like that, just like her dad. And she just does what she feels is right. She helps her community. She ends up also being a vigilante. You can't mess with her.
Right.
Because
bulletproof. She knocked you out with one punch. You know, she was on something.
She was on him. Like, for real.
And she had like a different hairstyle every scene.
Every scene, she had a different hairstyle. Which
they were
I'm
all
also
like naturals. Like,
and they're
natural
all
stuff. Like,
naturals. Like, I don't know
braids,
who created this show.
buns.
Right. Like, I don't know who created this show, but you just deserve an award from the NAACP and the colored filmmakers. I don't know if that's a thing, but it was just A1. And that's why I really wanted to choose this one specifically to start off with because, you know, we're black love. This is a black show that is just full of positivity and it kind of just defies the odds.
I definitely say it's still like a really great show. Just like the plot in general. Mr. Pierce, he used to be a superhero back in the day. He was doing it, and then he started having his family, had his first kid, Anissa, and he was still with his wife, Lynn. Characters. What ended up happening was, like, she ended up seeing one night where he came back, like, basically half dead. And he basically, I think he actually died, and they brought him back to life. Spoiler, we haven't got that part yet.
Spoiler.
He dies again, and they have to bring him back to life. Remember when Khalil hit him with the...
that nigga.
Anyway,
dead.
So that whole thing happens, and so that just kind of puts his whole marriage in jeopardy and all that stuff. Like, she doesn't want to see that because, you know, she doesn't want to come home and be like, is my man coming home this night, or is he gonna die, like all this different stuff like that. So they broke it off, and he just decided from there that he wasn't gonna do it no more in order to keep her and to, you know, keep his family safe and all that stuff. But due to unforeseen events, both of his daughters were abducted and taken into this motel where they were like sex trafficking the girls and stuff. And he was like, Black Lightning's coming out of retirement. Like, my daughters, they ain't getting taken. It's kind of like Batman, but not as rich, because he has like a white butler sidekick, Gamby.
He's way better than Batman.
Gamby's like his
Batman doesn't
his
compare.
Alfred.
Yeah, he really is. Gamby's loyal as hell. I'm gonna need me a Gamby.
Gamby got some things in his closet too. You know, you find out throughout the show, he got some skeletons here and there. He did a lot. He kept some secrets.
He's like a sniper, CIA.
Yeah, he's like a
like
secret agent in this secret like government.
Right. He's just out here.
Yeah.
I want a Gamby.
Yeah, Gamby basically played Mr. Pierce's father, you know, like a father role, because his father died very young. Yeah, he just kind of grew up with Gamby as his father. So that's basically, they call him Uncle Gamby, all this different stuff like that. And Gamby made him a brand new suit. That joint was kind of tough. And this man, he just went in, he was just like, Baya! Like, he started taking the gangsters out left and right, shocking them. He was doing his thing. Like, that might have been like Static Shock's older brother or something. He was on it. It was good. Like, he saved his daughters and all this different stuff like that. And he also kept his identity, like, secret. You know, the whole superhero thing. And then from there, you just see, like, the evolution that the story takes. Like, you see, all of a sudden, his daughter goes through something, Anissa, and then she gets her powers, and she struggles to find them. And then even, like, the youngest daughter, Jennifer, she also gets her power, and her powers, she finds out her powers are even stronger than her dad. She had got some superpowers that was just wild, and she could barely control them. Honestly, like, I would just say Black Lightning is a great show. You don't even have to be a fan of any superhero like shows to, you know, just like it. Like, you know, it's just like an interesting plot. You know, the characters are interesting. And like you said, it's just like the cast is interesting. And I think just like the whole dynamics of the show, like the fact that, you know, it decides to focus on the Black community. You just see all the different things that happen. You see like both sides of the spectrum. So this is how we talk about, you know, what starts with us Black people. Like, we have to be the change for our own communities. And you get to see him be the change for his own community. So it's just like so many messages and all that stuff that, like, if you really think about it, you're like, whoa, okay, Black Lightning.
I thought it was interesting how when he had his powers, he met his wife, Lynn. He came home one day and he was like practically like half dead, like he said. And she just couldn't take it anymore. You guys have a family now. She didn't want to worry about that anymore. So he chose to give it up for the time being. I just thought that was interesting.
It wasn't definitely. Like, he was going to give it up forever for her.
Really?
Yeah. The only reason why he came out of retirement was because Anissa and Jennifer got kidnapped. And then the wife was like, we need Black Lightning.
I think within the show, like, he just couldn't help himself because he really just wanted to help. The type of city they were in, Tobias being there, like, he knows how dangerous.
Gang violence.
Yeah, it is. So he just wanted to stay on top of it. I thought it was kind of selfish that she had asked him to, like, stop saving the city. Mm-hmm. But also, like, I understood, like, why. Because if it was him and he came home practically dead, like, dying in my arms, I would want him to stop, too.
I will never come back half dead. Because I always will.
I just feel like we all have a purpose on this earth. And that was his purpose. He has those powers and stuff for a reason. It's not just for him to sit at home and be a principal and a dad and a husband alone. Like, he has these for a reason. It was, like, interesting how he chose to save the city instead of, like, dealing or, like, because he ended up being separated from his wife for a little while. You know, she came right back because that's her man.
Right. He was going to give it up for her.
You know? He really was.
Fellas, I know we be doing it for our women. You know, we give it up. We give up the world.
All right. As you should. As you should. Because we give up our world and everything in us for y'all.
He was going to give it up for her. And she was like, word. And he was perfectly happy with that because he'd just rather have his wife in his life. You know, happy wife, happy life. He'd rather have that than this superhero life. But, you know, as always with all superheroes, it just finds a way back into his life. And he has no choice. And then she actually becomes better with it. She still struggles with, like, seeing him fighting sometimes. There's a couple, like, fights that he gets into where, you know, he gets really hurt or, you know, he almost dies or died. And you can see how hard it is for her. That's why she doesn't want, you know, to be with him because she doesn't want to see that happen. She sticks it out, you know, so far throughout the whole season that we've seen. In the second season, you know, she's sticking it out with them. And, you know, their family is just, like, growing. Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character is Anissa.
Yeah.
She's such a badass, and she does what she wants. And this is a medical student. Like, got to be a doctor.
Doctor, superhero.
And her hair is always on point. Every single scene. Brown skin. So she, you know, she's representing for the brown skins and the dark skins. She's just amazing. Who's yours?
I don't know. It's kind of hard. I really like Tobias. I think he's just funny, and I think it's interesting, just the type of character he is, just because, like, he's like a real Uncle Tom, and it's really, like...
Tobias is the worst person in the show.
Yeah, no, he's evil.
He's literally the villain.
Evil.
So you need to tell me you like villains.
But I just think his character is so interesting. I think the fact that he's, like, albino and black, but he has such, like, a downward outlook on black people, but at the same time, it's like he still recognizes as, like, it's only certain black people, because there's even certain scenes where he's like, no, see, that's the difference between a nigga and a black person. So a nigga will do this, a black person will do that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, right there, I just thought he was interesting. It's between him and obviously, you know, Black Lightning, because like I said, like that's like my man Static Shock.
Yeah.
For all y'all know that no Static Shock, he was just flying around the city with his little disc joint on.
I never seen it, actually. I've never seen it.
I'll comment below if she was deprived of a childhood or something like that.
Alright.
That was depriving.
It's a boy show.
Maybe.
And
But yeah.
I really used to watch
He's dope too.
stuff like that.
You know, I used to like Gamby, but you know, Gamby had too many secrets for me. He was too shady. Way too shady. All in all though, like I feel like the cast is good. Story's good. The music in the background is pretty dope too.
Yes.
That's what I like too. It's kind of like gives me like that whole like Luke Cage vibe. Like you know how in the back of Luke Cage, there's always like some nice dope like black music or R&B, something soulful. Black Lightning, they be having the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to come back and talk about Luke Cage because you know Luke Cage.
Come on now, bulletproof.
The man of Harlem.
Yeah, so this is just our first video. Our first of many. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We will be back for more. Like and subscribe and share on like your stories. The whole point of this is to Netflix and build. Okay, no more Netflix and chill. That was 2017. Can you not?
Nah, that's in the past. Though.
It's in the past.
Come on,
We
fellas, we gotta step it
older.
up. We're not trying
We
to
older.
Netflix and chill. Okay, but come on, it's Netflix and bill time. You know those memes y'all be seeing? Black men don't cheat. For the rest, all 2019,
That's another video.
all 2020, all 2021, all 2022,
Just say
all
forever.
forever. So
That's just
build.
another video
We're building.
because niggas.
Wow, whoa. Fellas. Fellas.
Yes.
All my good fellas out there.
Like and
My
subscribe.
good fellas. Like, subscribe.
If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more,
Comment
and
below, you know, your review, how you felt about it. For some of you that like didn't even get a chance to like see the show prior to this video and stop, come back, give us your feedback, different stuff like that. You know, all the comments, likes, all that different stuff.
we would love to hear from you guys for what you want to hear and stuff like that. MJ is out. We have a plan for the rest of our day, and we're about to go enjoy that.
Because it's sunny outside
And it's summer.
and it's summertime.
My favorite time of the year.
And my baby-
Next to my birthday. Yes, MJ is out. Hope you guys
The GOAT.
enjoyed.
GOAT,
See ya.
greatest of all time.